Hi there, I'm Dani Henderson. Welcome back to my beautiful channel. My guest today is fascinating. He's Romanian, but oh, so much more. I would love to welcome the great, the one and only, Bruno Mihailescu. Hello, Bruno. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much, Danny. It's a great honor to have you in the show and share to the world something beautiful, which we are here to give hope to humanity.
Exactly. Now, I came to understand and know you through Sasha Stone and Karina Pataki, and
That's
both have
great.
been, they're both friends of mine, personal friends of mine, proud to say, and they've both been on my channel, and it's great that we have these friends in common ourselves too. Before we get too much into the technology that you've created and that you create with others, other scientists around the world, before we get too much into your focus on humanity and the healing of humanity, I'd love us to get a bit of a background, and let's start with your grandfather in Romania. Please give us a background on him.
My grandfather, my grandfather, he was a legionnaire in the Romanian times in the Second World War, and he just ran away for the communists in Germany, and then he loved so much astronomy, and then he have the PhD in astronomy, Opera Copernicana and Giordano Bruno. So when I was born in 1969, my father, because he haven't seen him since he was 3 years old, he tried to insensitive him with his firstborn child, give him the name of Bruno. Also, he said maybe he will travel it to Italy and he will help him with the name. And it's happened in 1990s after the revolution. I lived for 2 years in Italy and I speak perfectly Italian. And people, they take me as an Italian. So this is how my name was born. He was a patriot. He loved the country. He suffered a lot because he left the country since the Second World War. But this is how we become, like a family of patriots and dedicated to do great for the nation.
That's beautiful. Let's talk a bit about the magic of Romania. I have a personal, deep connection to Romania. I always have. And we'll talk about the orphanages in a minute and some of the dreadful history of this country. But this country, Romania, is so important. I say to people, don't take your eyes off Antarctica and do not take your eyes off Romania. Can you tell us your feeling and understanding of the etymology of the magic of the Romanian language and the root and the vibrations? Please give us your take on that.
Well, it says, even admitted by the Vatican, that the Latin language was born here. And the Romanian language is a living language, which all languages from the world come from the roots of our language. And I can give you just a very small example. For example, in our language, when you call the tomatoes, it's red, right? So we say roșia e roșie. So you use the same color. So usturoiul, the garlic, burning, usturoiul ustură, ardeiul arde, cu vântul, with the wind. So every word you use, it have a living meaning inside the world. And then we can speak in different phonetic sounds like sh, ц, z, k, r, m, d. So it's very easy for us to connect with Slavic language or Japanese or Chinese. For us, it's very easy. For people, Saxon people or Germans or other languages, they cannot pronounce so easy as we do. So they say this is the ancient language of the angels. And if you speak slowly, or if you do some magics against spellings or witchcrafts, that become a code. So the language, it's becoming a code because it's a living harmonious phonetics.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. It's so great too, because we're told, number one, that for many years, oh, Latin is a dying language. No, it's not. It just went underground. It's just reserved for a certain amount of people. It never went anywhere. But the loving knowledge that Romanian language, the living language, is based in, or Latin came from, should I say, rather. Again, we're going back to an origin, a core origin, a source point on our planet, and it is, it's Romania in many, many ways. Years ago, there was an absolute horrific horror happening in you and I, we're similar ages, where children across these horrific orphanages were just being left, slaughtered, abused. They would drug them. You'd see piles of naked bodies that were just drugged, left for dead. It was horrific. The one thing about Britain and growing up there is that you do get to see, although it's much more hidden now, but a lot more news than you'll ever see in America. Having lived in both countries for many years, the news they show you in America is 5% of what you would get in the UK. And so we were witnessing these horrors of these children. And so there was a lot of negativity and bad eyes on Romania for the brutality to the children in the orphanages. And for whatever reason, whatever regime that was, it was cleaned up. And it's like, to me, like Holocaust levels, like horrific, blood into the land, sadness into the land, despair into the land. And the land has been and is being cleansed, and the light coming from that land is really something to behold, isn't it?
Yes, for example, in our country for thousands of years, so here it was the genetic laboratory of the seeds of human species. It's been discovered in the Bucegi Mountains. Our country hold 7 energetic tunnels, and the main one is here because Romania is not an eastern country; it is in the heart of Europe, and the axis mundi it's right here into our mountains, okay, which is connected with the parallel universes. And it was the land which was protected during the ice age, where civilization could thrive and live here like 25,000 years ago. So from here, people and other people from the different part of the world was in that time was living here. And after the ice is melted, they spread all over the world with the knowledge from this land. And they call here the land of the gods of light, because a very ancient extraterrestrials, they come here to seed human species, the Aryan race. And there are a lot of evidence in the tunnels of the Bucegi Mountains and in the holographic of the Bucegi Mountains. And Dr. Salas know about this because he have numerous videos and presentations about what's happening here. But it is a very important place which was very much hidden for the world, and the country is very rich because it's full with very rare minerals. So we have in the ground over $6 trillion of worth only on the minerals.
Shame
The
it's
holy water.
Sorry, it's to me, it's such a shame that it's put into a financial, figure. It's so disgusting to me because this is how our planet has just been so abusive to the children of other countries, where mineral rich countries, where that's all they think about is how much can I get out of the ground, not how can I bless the land and share with the children and the people that live here. But sorry, do continue.
Yeah, I just want to say that most of the kids are born with 20% genes, they're genius. According to Professor Florian Kolchak, which is probably one of the greatest men on Earth, he is the man after 35 years, he discovered the genome of the universe. He uncoded the DNA of God and how God speaks with us through plants and trees and every living form. So he unblocked 4 billion algorithms, and he is the producer of the Genesis Kids in Romania, and he tell me a lot of things because we are very close friends, and actually he is the vice president of our foundation. So I learned a lot of things from him. and he have the full solutions of mankind, how to restructure everything. He discovered how all these malefic forces enslave humanity, and how can work solutions for free humanity, for the spelling of the evil and the malefic forces which capture the entire planet and our species.
Can you spell Florian?
So
Can you spell Florian's last name for us, please, for those that don't
Florian Kolchak, Kolchak.
spell it, please?
It's a Colchac, Kolchak, with G, and with G.
Great, brilliant. Thank you so much. Important as we're bringing information, new information to many, so that everybody has an opportunity to grasp it and then go look for themselves. So please continue.
It's true. So I think Romania is very important, and the bad guys, they see this opportunity here because they was looking like the for the Holy Grail in different parts of the world, and they find it here. And the whole secrets of mankind actually they lays in the mountains of the Bucegi, on the holographic place. So there they in 2003 the Pentagon of the satellite, the military satellite, they see these uh, tunnels which go to Egypt, Tibet, and Agartha, and they see this big holographic room where uh, there was holographics which show the how we was created by different races of extraterrestrials, and how they play to our DNA and build like a perfect small gods here on Earth.
Interesting. You said that military satellites were able to scan. Were you talking about ley lines? Yeah, and how they
Yeah,
can pull up.
they, they scan this in 2003, and after they see what is there, they send a team, and they enter into the tunnels. There was protection there, but they break the protection. A couple of people die, and in the end, they enter in some part of it, and it was also some Romanian scientists, which they see the big tables and the buttons, and all this technology was unbelievable, very advanced extraterrestrial technology there. And when they pop up the tables, they pop up holographic, which they show the universe, planets, how everything was built, how everything was created, healing technologies, communication technologies, defense technologies, and genetic technology, and so many absolutely unbelievable things. And they forbid to the government to release this information to the world. And since Sasha Stone came to Romania and he fall in love and he become the greatest ambassador of the world, speaking so highly about Romania and the technology and the secrets of the Bucegi Mountains and so on, people they get more interested in the country. And it's a great value for us that you people with heart from other countries, you share to the world what is beauty here, because most of the time people they see us like a gypsy, like a thieves, like a criminals. They only show the negative parts of us as Romanians, and also as a country. They only portray poor people with people poopers on the street, you know, only bad things, but they cannot see actually that in our country we have the most beautiful landscape. We have Black Sea, we have mountains, we have rivers, we have, I mean, everything you see in all the beautiful parts in the world, like in Norway, Spain, in many different beautiful locations on the world, you can find it in one place here. And even the Pope John Paul, when he come here, he kissed the land and he said, "This is the land of the Holy Mother of Jesus, Mary." He said, "This is the Garden of Eden." So there are so many evidence hide from humanity, and one of the biggest one, which I tell you now at the first time for the whole audience, it is a Dacian Holy Bible, which is staying in the Vatican Library, in the secret Vatican Library at the round 47. And in that Bible, you have the whole secrets of mankind, everything, everything. It is hidden in our mountains as a technology. It is written in that Bible, and it's in 200 languages. So I believe Vatican should give our Bible back, because once we receive this, the entire humanity will not be connected anymore with the control religious, and no more dogma, because there is the whole truth, like the book of Enoch and all other extraterrestrials, and everything is there, all the codes and everything, all the creation of the mighty God, it's in the book.
Mm. Well, I think it's clear, as we all know, those of us that pay attention, that the Vatican is the criminal behind taking much of the history of our planet and hiding it to promote the Catholicism and keep the people small, keep the people in fear. And if people can't see that in this day and age, and I just send them love, because we're at that stage of evolution where we will no longer be repressed by religion, by military, by science. You know, we are free beings and we are taking our freedom. And it'll be a case of not waiting for the Vatican to give one thing. We're not going to give anything. We go, we take it. We take what is ours. We don't ask permission. We take what belongs to us, what belongs to humanity. It does not get to be with one big bully. You mentioned that the negative aspersions that have been deliberately created as a mind control narrative globally. Romania is full of dirty gypsies, and but they did it in Australia. Australia is only where you drop off your dirty criminals and your prisoners from England, because we don't want them. That was another evil. And then Africa, of course, Mother Africa, the dreadful, consistent genociding that has never stopped, because the people that were running the planet, the was-beens, they knew and know the level of profoundness in these certain countries, the energetics. And you mentioned spelling. People don't always really appreciate that the black magic occult never went anywhere. It has been more and more and more proliferized across the planet. There's been this spelling and this netting and this dark energy that kept humanity enslaved. And now, even with the ascension of the earth, it is all collapsing. And because of that, some people are like, ding, oh my God, then this new awareness and this new listening and this new feeling that the program that was in every one of us, it was festering in all of us from our great-grandparents, grandparents, parents, our generation. It crumbled. And so now we do get to have these conversations. We do get to say, like I said about the Vatican, we will take our history back. We will not wait for them. You'd get hung, drawn, and quartered for that not so long ago. Dare thee speak against thee great power? Balls. No, you've misbehaved. You've proven your incompetence. You're not fit for purpose. No one's listening to you anymore. We're listening to each
Exactly.
other, right? We're connecting with each other. There's so much here to take apart. We haven't even got to the light cities and the way that you were given them from, the Pleiades. But I do want to talk a bit about the ongoing study of the Bucegi mountains. Now, when did it actually come into the public mind, and what is happening there right now?
Well, like I told you, in 2003, they discover, and then they hide this information for so many years. And also, the government at that time, they want to release the truth to the world. But these dark forces, they forbid this to release the truth, because they said the humanity is not prepared for such a big discovery, and they blackmail to not give this awareness to humanity. Actually, the most important things, one of the most important things that they discovered was the monoatomic gold, which if you start consumption, this monoatomic gold is such a pure monoatomic gold you never find anywhere in the world. You become immortal. I mean, the body never die. So they want to keep for themselves. Then there are portals here in many, many parts of the country. And they are also, it's a hidden Atlantean ship inside the mountains. And there are also technologies so advanced, I mean, military technologies, which actually they was looking for. But when they came here, it was a military operation in 2010. That is good one, because everything I'm telling you, it is from the mouth of a colonel in the army, which he released these informations to the public. So it was two military Israeli helicopters, and they come to the Sphinx because we have a Sphinx, as you know, here in the Bucegi Mountains, and they try to put a technology to make a triangulation for the portals. And one of the helicopter literally was liquefy. I mean, some big spheric lights come, and a big thunder voice in the pure Romanian language say, "What are you doing on my holy land? You're not supposed to be here." And the light eat these helicopters and kill all the members, and they liquefy the metal. So they get very scared of that. And after that, they never came here, but they also keep under observation the location. But because this is very much protected by our ancestors, and they said that the big ancestor giants, they live underground. Okay, big giants like 10 meters, and they are living here. And there are also a lot of wise uh, uh, wise monks that they live in the caves, which they have hundreds of years. And one of my friend, which is a Dacian, and he kept the tradition for thousands of years. One of his mentor is 526 years old, and he just lived in the cave. So I kind of being in contact with these beautiful beings, and they are protecting our land and our people. The bad thing is that the Dacian priests, they make a spell on the Romanian land by the time of any leader that betrayed this country, and they steal the richness of our countries. The whole Romanians to be spread all over the world. And today, after 33 years, there are 9 million Romanians abroad because of this spell, because of the politicians, which was corrupt, and they 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 changed the name of our country because Romania is not our real name of the country. It's come from the Roman Empire. They want to take it as a slave, and our name is the Getodatians kingdom. Okay, Diogetia or Ramania with Y, which mean the country of the light gods.
The country of the light gods. Can you
Yeah.
spell for us, I can't even pronounce it without practicing several times, Degodagia, the original name of Romania, please?
Yeah, the original name of Romania was Getodacia, Getia, or Getia, or
Okay.
we call Diogetia. Dio, it means God
Oh,
in
yeah,
Latin. Okay, Diogetia, I mean the country of God.
beautiful. That's so beautiful on so many levels. Interesting again, a very specific number. Everything is done mathematically, geometrically, and the number 33 obviously plays a very significant sound, harmonic vibration, as well as an actual physical number that can be reversed either way. Of course, the dark ones will play the dark side and the light ones will play the light side. Not that the light ones are consciously playing, of course. The dark ones know they're playing. So much here. You also mentioned 3 points that would create 3 points on a ley line. Again, the triangulation of ley lines, these sacred points where the synapses of the earth, the being, the planet, the being that she is, when those 3 points indeed cross, there is an electrical, beautiful natural electromagnetic grid that is created and can, in some regards, create a star portal, a gate, an opening. I love that. Again, putting the ideas into the minds of the beloveds who will see this and for them to explore further what they think, always very, very important, rather than being dictated to, of course. Creating portals is something that a lot of people are very much more aware of now. And the land that was taken, or the churches, the Saxons and the Romans that came and they took away the beautiful natural places of worship and connection. The most probably significant Stargates portals is Jerusalem. The two areas, the two religions, one above another, on the same land, right under that star portal there. This is what the last war for certain factions of the global war that we're in right now are definitely focused on. But again, not to dance around too much. Please, can you tell us the name of the military person, if you can, who was that? General Michael, was it 2010 when he came? Is that the general you told me about, General Michael, or is it somebody else that you can
No,
name?
no. General Michael, it's my partner here in Romania. It's an ex-general, and back in time, he was the one who hold the secrets of the country, and he reported directly to the president. He's a very, very big patriot. He loved the country so much, and he's like a big brother to me, and we are very well together as partners. He's running all the businesses here in Romania with government entities and military, and I'm running the external world, sharing the beauty of everything we have to the entire world.
Beautiful. Okay, so back just briefly again to help people, we're talking significant dates of discovery and revelation in Romania, 2003, 2010. I will assume that these are documented events, and again, people starting to finally look at Romania can find and research for themselves important information, names to back up exactly what you're saying, of course, because there are so many people online espousing all these wondrous falsities to disinform and lead people astray. And then we're very, very mindful of who we do talk to on our channels, and also must have physical proof. No more chit chat, just absolute proof.
It's true. I have done a show with Corina, which I share with her a couple of videos with the hidden enters into the Bucegi Mountains because they put cement, they put gates there. So they are 2,300 meters above the sea, a vertical mountains with a top, and how you can bring cement there. Why you have wires and cables and water in the top of the mountains. So they hide these enters. So there is evidence, and we have people that know exactly those scientists which enter inside there and know everything, like Dr. Salas with the Radu Cinemar books, and the full history of what's happening there was documented into a couple of books here, with, written by the Radu Cinemar books. Okay, so it is more than evidences, and there are videos on the YouTube which present pictures and present a lot of interesting aspects of these secrets.
Yeah, it's great. You've referred to Corina Pataki several times, as have I. I want to spell her name for those that don't know. Corina is spelled with a Corina. This young woman has, to me, she's one of the bravest people in the world. I said this on a broadcast last night with our friend Elena Danan. Corina Pataki is so brave. Her story of escaping communist Romania, the horrors of it, the brutality of it, the genocide of it. Her story is just rattling, mind-blowing. She's written many books. She's also been interviewed on my channel for her story from a child to the woman she is. She decodes the Bible. She's very passionate and so beloved. And her channel, guys, go to Corina Pataki's channel. Corina's channel is called The Quest for Truth.
The
The
truth.
Quest for Truth. And then you can see more of Bruno here, and also that other lovely man, I forget his name, excuse me for a moment, the man, you've got a great one coming up. Oh my God, you've got a great chat coming up on Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad, whatever you guys
Yeah, yeah.
It's too
We
long
have.
to wait. It's March the 6th. Stop it. It's too long. I'm too excited to see that one.
Thank you, Dan. You are such a great ambassador. Thank you so much. I appreciate your love and passion. I really looking
Great.
forward to see you and hug you and bring you to see with your own eyes and touch and smell the flavors and the energy of our land. Yes, we're gonna have Andrei Kiriak, which is our movie director, a very, very spiritual guy, also a great patriot of our country. And through his talent, he's making serials right now. The hidden treasure of the Vlad, the emperor, the you know, the leader, Vlad Dracula, which it was totally a very horrific movie, which they make the Dracula movie. They distort the whole history of the reality. So it's a historical movie, very beautiful. He's making series, and he really show the beauty of our country through the footage, the films, the actors, the landscapes, and it is so beautiful. So people will be very, very surprised to see this, and I encourage everybody to go to see. On 6th, I think we will be on show with Corina. And anytime you want to have any of my angels with your show, I will dedicate it with all my heart to you.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, it's great. Everyone's doing such beautiful work, and your work with, again, as a fellow Romanian with Karina Pataki, it is beautiful and rich and just nourishing the hearts of many. And as much as we can support, Karina Pataki as well in expanding her channel, bringing more people to her work, the better we'll all be, because she has revealed things to me that I never even knew. I never understood the difference between who Yahweh and who Yeshua are. And without her giving me that information, I don't know how long it would have taken me to come to that realization, for example. Let's get into some of the technology that you have bought. But first, why don't we go a little bit back into childhood or younger years for you, where you had the privilege of being read by a woman who was said to be the modern day Nostradamus or Nostradamus, Baba Yaga,
Yes,
Baba Vanga.
Baba Vanga from Bulgaria. Uh, Nostradamus, he see a lot of things in the water, in the bowl with water. Okay. And Baba Vanga was blind when she was 12 years old by a storm. And then she received these amazing God gifts to make predictions. And the prediction was so accurate. Uh, Everybody can find this online on YouTube. Uh, I think I have such an amazing connection with her spirit because by the divine intervention, she chose me to give the world a vision which is called ecolite communities. And these ecolite communities, she see when she go into the astral world and she see a lot of evil things what's happening today in the world, and she see this community where people gathering together and form a light of spheric light of protection by the spirits of the people there. So it was so much deep into my heart that touched me so much, this vision. And it take me 8 years to create a community which is fully self-sustainable, total autonomous, bringing is like art, bringing the most brilliant people to work together, live together, learn together, expand the awareness, uh, live into a spirituality, not dogma. But everybody is welcome, so it doesn't matter. It can be from any religion, they are welcome if they can bring value to the community. So we are like, a community of enlightened people that they want to share to others the path to spirituality and with helping with the technology. But we use technology only for gain more time to contemplate the divine into a very beautiful environment.
Yeah, I love that. There's been a lot of people across the world who have come up with different ways they feel they're going to save the world. All very good. Some of them are just completely invested in the finances of it all. A lot of underground bunkers going on for the very, what they call themselves, the elites. Good luck with that. I actually met a man years ago. I did a blessing on his house. There was some really negative energy in his house in California. His house looks like a castle. It overlooks a freeway, and I went there to do a blessing and a land healing because they couldn't sell it. And I went in there, kicked ass, and it sold within 3 days. I've done that quite a few times. And he was a guy who was invested in, his whole company was doing underground bunkers. And this was quite a few years ago. So it's an old idea indeed. And the eco light cities, so like you know about the frill technology that we've brought to the world. Dan Willis, Elena Danan, with the help of Pleiadians, in particular Jenhan Aredian, we proved at our last conference, the GISIC conference, Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection, we showed this off-world technology. It's about this big, 10, 12 inches tall, crystal, Vogel crystal, with silver and copper, whether it's ultrasonic agitation or and some kind of turbulence to make it move, and it creates the frill, which is the etheric energy of the universe, right? It is free for all of us. We're bloody made of this stuff. So upstairs, off planet, this powers everybody's homes. It's free energy, free this, free everything. No cold, no hungry. No cold, no hungry, no starving. No cold, no hungry, no homeless, no homeless. That's it. They've got it sorted out upstairs for definite and largely. And there are people that were trying to, even this week, trying to steal that technology. Like, are you having a laugh, mate? Our world doesn't work like that anymore. No more celebrities in the way they were. No more multi-billion-dollar paid sports people. No more stupid governments. No more people that own governments and buy billionaire presidents. No, no, no. It is all for us, all for us. Please, can you tell us a bit about the medical beds that you are involved with, how they work, what they're made of, and what can they do?
Well, right now we have a team of scientists in South Africa and in Georgia, Atlanta, in the United States. They create this med bed, okay, which is based on a quantum frequency and lasers. So actually, this they measure the frequency of any disease in the body, and practically they delete the information from the sickness in your body. It's like a computer, so like a virus in your computer. So you put the antivirus and you just delete it, and it is very powerful. It's been tested already. It can be tested in Atlanta, for example, to the private clinic. And now they franchise this product. They don't sell, they franchise. We are in partnership and we are going to have this in our private clinics here in Romania, 5 of them. They are also looking for a partner to build factories in order to put the price as low as possible that can become affordable from many people. So it's a beautiful process of relationship and partnership with some amazing people. In the same time, we are legit. Our company is legit by the military alliance for the military med beds, the ET military med beds, once they will release to the public. So once they release to the public, uh, they accept to have ecolite communities along with healing centers, the military med beds, which they can grow food or organs and anything. These that we have right now, they only heal your problems and detox your body and clean your organs and heal any kind of cancer and stuff.
Right. Let's talk about the military bed grades, the military grade med beds. Which faction and country military are you referring to?
Right now, I'm talking about Romania because it was a condition. Uh, you need to have a special staff. First of all, military trained staff, because this technology is very far advanced and it need to be protected by a military staff. So because we have in our team a colonel which he have like 5,000 special troops, military soldiers. He can provide the security services for this technology. On the other hand, we have an institution called One Life, which we have over 4,800 practitioners, medical staff, top medical staff, which also they're ready for taking these healing centers when we will receive the okay to move forward, because they will give us everything, and all these treatments will be for free, so they will not cost nothing.
Okay, so that'll be with the One Life institution. Now, I understand the need for security and guarding advanced technology so that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, because so much of our advanced technology has. And all we have to do is step back to Edison, Nikola Tesla, and JP Morgan, and the money won and the dominance won, and Nikola Tesla was pushed to the side. And we would have had frill energy, as I just explained, off-planet energy for free all of these years, because that's what we had before. These Muppets came along and weaponized the entire world. Now, as far as the security for the technology for these medical military grade med beds, I understand that. Can you tell us, where did the technology come from? Who did it come from? Because it wasn't just made up by some bloke on the planet or some woman on the planet.
No, this military med beds, it's extraterrestrial technology together with military scientists. As far as I know, there are over 5 million med beds right now in military facility worldwide, especially United States, ready to release to the public. Not yet, but when will be released to the public, we have the confirmation that we have been selected in Romania to have 4 healing centers in different parts of the country.
It's going to be a bloody long line of people. Elena Danan, my best friend in the world and the global emissary for the Galactic Federation of Worlds, completely true, all true. If this sounds woo-woo to anybody, you're welcome to pop along, because we just haven't got time anymore for people to go, oh, really? Prove it. We are proving it. The proof is here already on many, many levels. We've been informed via Elena that there are medical facilities on our Earth moon. Old news, of course. The moon has been populated by military. The planet Mars is populated by the military, Earth military, American, English, lots of different military.
Yeah.
All true. And these poor men, these poor soldiers, who've had to be mind swiped or shut down. Some have lost their lives trying to come out and whistle blow. But of course, there's too many whistleblowers now to shut everyone down. So, and again, the holding mechanism that was in patent on all of us, the darkness, the spelling, the everything, the programming. Once the Greys and Reptilians were taken off planet, taken the control taken away from them, of course, you're just left with the deadheads and the humans run by demons, the witches, the warlocks that infiltrate the militaries. They are everywhere. They own the power that they had. So anyway, that aside, on the moon, there are medical beds being manufactured, masses and masses and masses of them. And they will be populating on our planet soon, not in 2, 3, 4 years, sooner than that. They're coming. But then there are people that go, these poor people, they're so traumatized by thinking that they have no power, they can do not one thing, and they've got to get on a med bed, otherwise they're going to die. And it's just nonsense. People don't even take into consideration we are our own med bed. We can heal.
It's true.
With water.
It's true, Dani.
I mean, come on, let's share a little bit about that. Let's build up our brothers and our sisters here.
Yes, you're perfectly right. We are the highest technology ever made, because we have everything in our DNA, in our structure. The most important is to know how to detox your body, and to detox your mind by thoughts and old paradigm strings, connections, energetic karmic relationships. People have to understand how to clean themselves from the old 7 generation you inherited by your family, and then back into other lives once you learn this, and then you start learning how to detox your body using zeolite and using different kind of alternative medicine and essentials oils and vitamins and vitamins B17, for example, which is from the amygdalates. And once you are clean and your mind is clean, and then you reconnect with your soul and you know what is your destiny and what is the mission, why you are here, get rid of the old and start new, then you don't need any technology, you don't need any bad. You don't need, disease in the body doesn't should not exist.
That's true.
Disease is made by the thoughts and by the emotions. So if you are a balanced person and you live in harmony and you eat well and you know what, you learn about education, spirituality, meditation, all these will make you very strong and you don't need anything. You only need to live in harmony with the earth, with the people around you, and see everybody what is reflected in you as a piece of God.
Yeah, as a
This is
piece.
what I say.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Can you share more for us about your own Pleiadian or off-planet interactions that you've had that has helped you come and be the inspiring person that you are, the fighter for humanity that you truly are, Bruno?
First I was so curious to know where I come from. Then I use all these science into numerology, astrology, esotericism, clairvoyant. I was curious to understand why I'm here, who is me, who is the spirit in me. And then, of course, I was guided, and I was guided to the person which I was in vibration with. And then I find some very, very good people with gifts of God, like clairvoyance. Then I find good astrologer, good numerologer. I find a lot of guides which show me exactly how to find myself. And then when I realize what is my mission, why I had to suffer 30 years and losses and a lot of things, then I compact this sadness and past problems of my life. And then I realize what is ahead of me and how I can grow to create something beautiful. And then I enter into the mission through the destiny. So when you find your destiny and you know exactly why you are here and what you're supposed to do, you are in alignment with the goal that it's given to you. And then you just receive. You don't have to ask, you don't have to pray, you live synchronicities. And it's very easy because you become your own observer. You observe yourself, how you think, how you feel, you observe people around you. This is why a wise person do. And then once I understand about my mission, what I am, I just receive information from these kind of people like Baba Vanga, like Pleiadians, then appear in my life a very big ship. I was putting the zoom 600%, and it was like a tube, like three buildings on top and very close to the earth. And it's come and go, come and go. And when I connect with them and I send them love and I send them, energy from my heart and gratitude, they come back again and suddenly appear in the sky, then disappear. So just let me know that I'm there for you to watch your mission, do the right thing. And then people which come in my life, like Corina, like Sasha, like you, that expose what is beautiful in our heart to share to the world, to have the humanity. Now they live in ignorance and in lies for thousands of years. And now we, the mission to speak to the world the truth, it's been in ourselves for thousands of years. And this moment in time when we are connected with these amazing cycles, because only few know that they're cosmic cycles which take place hundreds of thousands of years. And now we have cycle for 30 years, which is amplified to 100%. That mean, like 30 years ago, 33 years ago, it was the revolution, communist revolution. All communist country collapsed, right? Now this is the repetitive cycle which come each 30 years and is amplified 200%. That means all the governments will collapse. Then it's a cycle for 26,000 years, which is like a golden age era, Aquarius era. So the Aquarius era is the era of curiosity, technology, and spirituality. We used to live in Pisces, in fish era, right? Where it was a dogma and religious era. You know, don't research, just believe, you know, be a moron, be an idiot. So now everything changed. And the top of the cycle is the cycle of 450,000 years, which is the cosmic year, which all other entities from our cosmos need to evolve to go to a highest dimension. So I think that Earth it is so important because it's placed into the parallel universes, and here it is a great energy of royal souls, which we are, and we are very special for the God Creator, and I think we place a very important mission to the whole cosmos. So this is why the evil ones they want to keep us like as slaves and they want to extract our energy because people should understand in only 1 gram of our DNA it stay 33 billion books like that. And in one cell we have 1.4 volts of energy and we have 50 trillion cells. Multiply 50 trillion cells with 1 volt by 8 billion people. And then you see how much energy exists in our bodies only, and how much we have been raped for these reptilians to be enslaved in order to use this energy to interconnect with the stellar beings, with other brothers from the stars, which they live in the same situation like us millions of years back. And now they want they want us to speak with them, but we are not capable of this because we are blocked with 2 strands of DNA. We are blocked with 5-10% of our capacity of thinking, and they scream for us, we want to help you, but talk to us. So we can't communicate with them. So this is why I think it's important what we are doing, because we can raise awareness to the people to understand how to explore the universe. So for me, it's very important right now. The Earth has become so small at this moment because I'm thinking in the galactic way, because there are so much to explore the cosmos and there are so many beautiful beings. And I only one thing, one of your great friend Alex Collier, with his encounter the Andromedians, and it's melt my heart when he speak about them, how beautiful beings they are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're so beautiful. They're so loving. And one of the things that I love about the Andromedans, and I've seen it proven firsthand, is there was an issue with a human on the planet who was giving misinformation. And Alex Collier called me and said, there's a lot of upset. The Andromedans are upset. You know, we wonder whether one of the Pleiadian military people is being infiltrated or putting bad information into a human. Anyway, it got sorted out. And it was just, I witnessed that love, the Andromedans, and how this galactic federation of other races who are in cross, because if anything bad happens on our planet, it's going to affect them. So whether or not they
Yeah.
really love us as a humanity, or they're here to protect themselves too, all these other races, Arcturians, Andromedans, Pleiadians, gosh, I can't think of any, Syrians, I mean, so many different races. But they all seem to have a respect for the Andromedans. And like I say, I got that proven. I had that experience. I'm like, okay, it's not just something out of a book or something I think I'm imagining, or as you mentioned, the great man, Alex Collier. That's why so many people, they call him the Knight of Earth. or the night of Terra or Terra. Another word for earth, Terra. I prefer Ki, which is from the Anunnaki. But anyway, again, vibration, vibration. I did want to say one thing. Please don't lose your thought on Andromeda. But as we are having this lovely conversation, as you and I have discussed the vibrations and emotions of a land, of a country, of sound, of Romania being the root language, the root sound vibrations that even Latin drew its roots from. I want to remind, I want to remind people out there that the original name Romania is not the original name of the country, which
No.
again blocks a vibration, a vibratory resonance. Our beautiful indigenous American Indians, although also not called that, and back in the past, our American Indians, they genocided. They stole the children and they cut their hair and they made them take Christian names. They took the essence, they took the birthrights, but en masse, this has happened all over our planet with every indigenous culture that the neptards have come in to kill and control or catch and kill, whatever, in order to arrest that natural earth flow that humanity has with the trees and the plants and the very essence of this planet herself. And we need to remember that, and that countries like Australia remember that ring of fire that went round? Remember, it was just a little while ago. Australia was on fire. It was on fire by the neptards and all the food banks that have been bombed and blown up, and the neptards trying to take control of the food chain, buy up the land grab in Lahaina. Lahaina, again, Lahaina, when we look at the ancient vibrations and the rituals that have continued on and on, when you do something over and over again, that vibration remains. So in Lahaina, which is a part of Maui, that was attacked and burnt on purpose because many reasons. One is this is the part on the planet in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I lived there in Hawaii, one of the Hawaiian Islands, that this was a birthing place of, again, indigenous beings that came with knowledge, off-planet knowledge. And they lived, the ancestors, the Hawaiian ancestors lived with they moved the bones of the ancestors. Some part of the year, some of the bones will be buried in sacred place on the beach, sometimes back up on the land. But Lahaina was targeted to, again, decimate and remove the imprint of the indigenous and the vibrations and the humming and the language of the Hawaiians. Like we don't say, we don't say Kauai, we say Kauai, Maui, Lahanai, Molokai. There's a reason. The sound, the names, the vibrations of the people of this planet, many of us watching this right now, we are ancestors. We've come back to correct the wrongs, to readjust the cycle.
Exactly.
And it's all important, isn't it, Bruno? I'm so passionate about all of this. It's all important. But what do you think?
I have a friend that he have lived there when they put the lasers on and they shoot the fire on. And I think he is true because they target these spiritual locations. Sorry, they target the spiritual location, and Hawaii it's very well connected with Romania, like Yucatan, Maya, like Egypt. All these sacred places on Earth, they are very, very well connected interconnected together. So I'm just very lucky to speak with the right hand of the King of Hawaii, and I'm putting now together a union which is called OMU, Organization of the Microstates United, and we would love to bring all these ancestor people like native Indians, like Mayans, like Hawaiians, all to join microstates community. So this is another project that we're working right now. Unify the microstates, and then with the equalite communities and New Earth projects, make them small microstates units interconnected with all all over the world.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. There's so much more we could talk about here. I made so many notes. Of course, we were talking before we hit record. Is there anything in particular that you feel we should cover or bring up at this point that we haven't?
Well, I think we need more shows.
It's so
And
true.
it's always a pleasure to talk to you because it's so easy and beautiful, and I feel the energy and the empathy and the desire that you want to share the world as many information as possible. I think what it's important, like you say, Romania, it's a very important piece of country to the whole world, and we are doing our best to share through the art, through the music, through the technology, through the beauty, everything what we love to share to the world, like in the past, because most of the deity, for example, in the Greek mythology and ancient Rome Empire, was stolen by Jetodatians, even the names. Uh, we was spread in all Europe almost. Like the Thracian Empire was covering pretty much the North Africa, a little part of the Asia, Russia, and almost all Europe up to Spain and the North countries. So there are a lot of evidence about, Germans, for example, Hermann, it's mean brother. Hermann in Germany, it's mean brother, German, brother. Okay, so it's all related with our language. Everything, the phonetic, the sounds come, you know. So it's very important the people to understand these kind of things, because we are very much diligently take out all these secrets to the world, and we are going to put into film, we are going to put into documentary, we are going to put in the shows with people like you and others, light workers, and then once we have the first ecolite communities, which we are going to do it in the Brasov Mountains. We secure a beautiful location there. Then we can really show the world everything physically. People can touch, feel, eat, smell, everything. So we are working as a bees. We are busy as a bees.
Busy as the bees. I love that. And I love me some bees as well. I really do. Okay, so we will definitely invite you back here on this channel to enjoy your information. And there's always so much to share with you. And for now, what I would like to do is invite our viewers that will be watching this. If you would like to ask Bruno a specific question for the next time he and I get together, then write your question in the comments section underneath this broadcast, and then I will gather those questions for the next time. And if we are, because of the boob tube policing, the Nazi policing that's happening, they censor everything. It's just beyond criminal. Their criminal actions on regular people like you and I, who are simply sharing reality on our planet, my planet, your planet, our planet, that we need to be aware that we may not be able to answer every single question, but we'll certainly do our best. Okay. I thank you so much for everything. I wanted to talk a little bit before we go about the way that you meditate and that you are so connected to music, and that your 11 p.m. Ritual, but I think I'll leave that as a tease. And I think that we'll have to come back next week and share that beautiful technique with people who are looking, seeking, searching for something that they can make work for themselves. Because many people on the seeker's journey, which is the seeking of self, discovery of self, yes, there's information out there, but really it's all in here. How do we connect? How do we, know that we don't need an intermediary? We don't need a pope, a vicar, a cardinal, or whatever, a preacher. We are here, and the God spark we came from is here. Therefore, how do we access this? Which is what the WASBs tried to prevent us from accessing, and of course failed, and it's still failing. Happily witnessing that. But yeah, let's do that next time. Let's share your beautiful water meditation that we can then put out like a wave, and then others will do it and do it and do it if they feel connected to it. How's that?
Telling you that it will be so powerful. And if we can do collectively this kind as a ritual, that it will become a habit and it will help so much first the planet and then ourselves. Because through the water, we can heal everything. You know, because water is information, water is in the rain, water is in the river, what is in everywhere is in ourselves. Okay, we are made 70% of water, 90% in the brain water. And if we know how to connect with the water through the emotions of your heart, then the water listened to our cells, our vibrations. And then you can spread the light from your soul through the water. And then you can send informations even to the bad guys to become good guys, you know, because they are also humans at the buttons. They are not in, they only use brain to do some actions against us, but they still are flesh. They still have a heart. They still have a soul. Okay, so we collectively can help them through the love that we share from our hearts. Many is possible to correct these bad things that happening right now to the world, because it's the only way.
With the badness, the evil, the rot inside a lot of these people, they're at a point now where there literally is no choice. They don't have a choice to turn to the light and give the information. They've gone beyond that. A lot of the dark ones that are here are the ones that were dumped and left behind. You know, so they're really not at choice. But how wonderful it could be for them to truly turn around, to release that hatred, and to really help with figuring more that we need to figure out to, you know, collectively release this imprisoned energy on our planet that has been there as we all take back our freedom. Anyway, well, this has been so.
Sorry, unfortunately, we give them the power through our fear, to our stress, to our emotions. We give them the power because every day people talk about what they see in the news. Everything they speak, what, how much he steal, how much they crime, how much they do. We give them power. So once we are not connected with any news where they give us to feed, and we're sitting in the harmony with ourselves and to the meditations of creativity and God contemplation, the divine and the Christ consciousness, then everything change. And it's all about how many we gather, as many possible.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Well, Bruno Mihailescu, it has been an honor. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. Thank you
Thank
for your
you so
service.
much, Danny. It's
Yeah.
my pleasure to have you here, and I'm looking forward anytime to be at the service of humanity.
Wow, that's beautiful, beautiful. And to you guys out there, thank you for spending time here. So appreciate everyone that comes and supports this channel, sits on it, sits in the live chat, plays with us. Don't forget, leave your comments underneath for Bruno for next time he comes. So my name is Dani Henderson. I do send you my love. And keep going, guys. Keep believing, keep being in love with you. Keep honoring that child inside of you. Keep raising them up, because that is part of your duty while we are taking back our freedom of this planet. All right, lots of love, and I'll see you soon.